Welcome back to Houston Life. Look, suddenly we're doctors.
It happens.
You look official, right? Well, we might not have snow in Texas very often, but the good news is, Courtney, did you realize we can actually make snow right at our homes?
I love this. Here with seasonal science experiments to keep your kids and the adults busy during the holiday break is Mr. Science, Jason Lindsay. Welcome to Houston Live. Great to see you.
Glad to be here. How are you, Courtney? And Derek, you look awesome. You look just like a scientist.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Doctor, scientist. Now, this is a newsflash for a lot of people, Jason. We can actually do instant snow. Tell us the ingredients required for making this at home.
It's something you gotta get at your craft store. It's called instant snow.
Oh.
You can get it there, and it doesn't have to be 32 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so I can make a snowstorm in my kitchen. You'll notice that I have some right here in my container. I have some water over here. I'm gonna get a little closer with the camera so you can see this. I think you're gonna try it as well. But what happens is these tiny little pieces act as sponges. I pour the water in, and those sponges slurp it up, and look at that. It's snowing.
That is so cool.
Mind blown, pretty cool. Let's see you try it. You're gonna pour that water in there all at once. Do it quickly.
Wait, the water first or the snow first?
Let's pour the water in the snow. So it looks like you have a container of snow. Pour that into your container.
There you go.
And then dump all of that water inside. Quickly, do it fast, Derek. Quickly.
Okay. Fast, fast, fast.
It absorbs, it'll suck it up, and then as it does, you'll start to get your snow. Now, what I want you to do is actually turn it upside down there on the table. Turn it upside down on the table, the whole container.
Upside down?
And all out right there.
Oh, it's gonna pour. You want to pour it back in that container?
Wait,
then?
did I add too much?
There you
Look,
go.
it's like slush.
What happened is it looks like you put too much water. And you got some snow.
Oh, I see it.
You know, that's what science is all about. So many families are doing exactly this in kitchens all across America. And what they're finding out is I give them this tip. Let kids know science doesn't happen the first time. For example, but look on top there, you'll notice how your snow is fluffy just a little bit.
Yeah,
now,
it's like powder, like fresh powder.
Yeah.
Now, Courtney, do you like to throw snowballs at Eric?
Of course I do. Absolutely. I have two older brothers. I have good practice.
Oh, I think I'm making a mess. And Jason, essentially what we're seeing now is what's called endothermic reaction. Can you explain what that is?
Wow, Derek, you're pretty smart. I think you're a scientist. I saw some of the neat tips you were giving earlier with the FedEx and all that stuff, and I think you got a pretty cool kid next to you there. So when it comes to endothermic versus exothermic, we're about to do an exothermic reaction in a minute, but endothermic, endo means inside, thermic means heat, so the heat went inside and it gets cold. In a few minutes, exothermic, heat on the outside. High five for science, Derek.
Okay, virtual high five. And you know, it does look like snow.
It does.
Just like the Utah powder I grew up with. And Courtney, you have something kind of interesting. This is what, a melting snowman?
Yeah, you're right. So I have a styrofoam snowman right here, and then inside of here I have something that you might put on your fingernails to remove the fingernail polish. So if you have fake fingernails, be aware if you get this on there, they might kind of dissolve and kind of fall off. So what I'm going to do is take my snowman, which is made up of tiny pieces, and we need to take those tiny pieces apart. And the acetone does just that. So I'm going to drop them in there, and look what's happening. Heat is dissolving, basically, or melting. Look at him.
Look at
kind of
that.
like the wicked witch or the wicked snowman as he kind of goes away. Now you're going to try it, right?
Okay, I'm going to try it. I do have shellac on my nails, but I think I'm okay. So we do have the styrofoam balls. We did purchase these online, but I guess you can make whatever you want to out of styrofoam cups if you don't have time to order. So here we go.
Oh, look at all the bubbling action, too.
It's so cool. And the way the styrofoam melts, it's basically like the little pieces of snow. Dissolves, I should say.
Taking apart the styrofoam, you'll notice it kind of looks slimy or snotty there at the bottom. And if you were to pick that up, it would be a globular mess. So what the acetone is doing is it's taking apart the small pieces that make up the snowman. And that's a bunch of atoms linked together to create molecules. Pretty cool experiment there. Just make sure you're not, getting it on your fingernails or getting it in your face. Which reminds me, kids, don't eat or drink your science experiment. Have an adult around and wear the appropriate safety gear.
Okay, I was always sad when the snowman melted. You have one last experiment for us. It's called creating hot ice, Jason. How do you do it?
What I have in my hands right here is a hand warmer. It's a liquid one. And basically what I'm going to do is dip it into some vinegar because that will stall out the reaction in enough time so that I can create my reaction pretty fast. As soon as this hits my creation over here, it's going to start to harden. So watch it. Here we go. And you'll notice how it goes from a liquid to a solid almost instantly. And it's giving off a whole bunch of heat. We call that an exothermic reaction.
Wow.
That's
Very
what we do.
cool.
Very
And that's
nice.
why we call it instant ice. It looks like ice, and it kind of goes really hard, really fast.
Well, Jason, Lindsay, thank you so much for sharing those experiments with us. And Courtney, the good news is we have this whole container full of snow we can have a little snowball fight with outside.
I'm in.
Okay, deal.
Mr. Science, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Keep safe, keep well.
Same to you. And for the directions to each of these experiments that we did today, just visit our website.
Okay, and Houston Life will be right back.